Welcome, everyone. Hopefully, you've heard the news. Not only is Rooster amazing, but Randy had his first baby. Randy, congratulations, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you. Worked really hard on that. No, very excited. It's the first kid, little baby boy, very healthy. Mom's healthy. We're been incredibly blessed.
Awesome. I love it. All right. Well, this time we're going to be talking to both Brett and Randy about Rooster and about why it's a lead machine when you combine it with everything that it's got. It's not just an app or IDX or nurturing. It really is an all-in-one that allows you to connect with your database. In fact, I was talking to Brett and Randy, so this is kind of like piecing it all together, okay? So yesterday we were texting back and forth, and I'm like, I feel like this thing you guys have created is taking my clients from just looking to just closed. And really that tells me the whole story of why we need this. So where do you guys want to start with this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we've
so I think Brett's going to kick us off. He's got a awesome presentation and he knows the technicals of what we've built here. So Brett, why don't you take it away?
cool. Yeah. So we have been busy building, which has been really great. The a really, really big pain point for a lot of our clients is that their website is disconnected from the rest of their tech stack. And so their agents are searching on one place, their clients are searching on another place. It may or may not integrate well with their lead gen systems. It may or may not integrate well with their CRM systems. And so we realized we were in a really unique position to offer a website solution where we could embed searches natively and have a brand first solution for that. So if you think about it as like a next gen sort of IDX broker or something like that, where you can own your website, you can keep your brand and
Mm.
have your MLSs embedded in your website in a very easy but sophisticated way, which we'll go through here. And that creates a unified search with all of the rest that we have to offer. So whether someone is searching on your website, whether in a client portal, whether in a mobile app, whether inside of Follow Up Boss or your CRM system, it's all a unified search experience. And so that's what we're striving to do. And we've had just a really surprising amount of adoption from our client base from really big teams around the country. And so we've really invested in this over the past 6 months, have a lot of examples to show you, and we're excited to do that today.
I'm excited, man. All right.
Yeah, to
Show us
this point,
show us the magic.
to this point, real quick, just one of the things that we noticed, and this was kind of something that happened with the advent of the all-in-one solutions, is a lot of folks put their websites on the back burner. They stopped caring about having their own, beautifully branded website that is something they own, and they've just chalked it up to, well, I'll just use whatever website my quote-unquote all-in-one provides, not necessarily realizing they may be switching that all-in-one provider every year, every couple of years. So what we've provided is a way to have some consistency with a website that you own, but make it really beautiful and functional as well.
I love it, man.
All right, cool.
Let's go.
So here we go. So it's a unified embedded search solution. See my screen here?
Yep, I
Mhm.
see it.
Amazing. Okay, good. So who are we targeting? Who can benefit, really from this solution? So one is anyone that cares about their brand, which should be any team, certainly any big team in the country. If you're sending your clients to a third-party platform, it's a really big mistake. You've invested in having a wonderful brand. You've invested in your online presence. You've invested in unifying your team. And so what we'll show you is our search allows for you to do that. We embed natively in websites where you can control the fonts, you can control the colors, you can control the branding. Everything sort of looks like a seamless integration, number one. Number two, as Randy mentioned, there's a lot of people that have websites. There's a lot of teams that have websites, but aren't using all the other functionality of the website. They're not using the lead gen. And so what you end up with is a really, really expensive website. And so what this allows you to do is not use that really expensive website use any website platform you want. This works with any third-party website platform. We have clients that are using Agent Fire, and we'll show you some great Agent Fire sites. They're just beautiful. We have people using their own WordPress sites, Squarespace, Webflow. All those providers work with this solution. Number three, it's people, big teams who want this unified search across many, many markets. And some of our biggest clients are in tens and tens and tens of MLSs. And we're able to create and have really invested in creating that unified MLS experience where your website can work like a national or regional portal, and clients can search across all of the markets that you serve.
I like it.
And it also takes no development. So we can work with your web designer. You can do it yourself. We'll show you how easy it is to do. And then two more points, and then we'll just show you what it looks like, because that'll be the best sort of way to go about it. This works across the way you've structured your website now, or the way that you've wanted to structure your website. So it works on agent pages, so that you can have search for specific agents. And when someone clicks to tour a property, the lead routing all works with that agent. It works on location pages. So if you want to have specific locations on your website and show the properties there, and it works for a general search. So you can embed anywhere on your site, just a general search bar that works and takes you to any location. And through the embed, we've done a lot of the stuff that you'd expect out of a sort of native website. Number one, you can turn on forced registration or not. So if you want people to register before seeing properties, we have custom tagging, which is really neat. So if a lead is coming in through a certain page, we can have a tag go into your CRM system based on that. And so it works with all your lead routing rules. And a recent release last week is we've integrated Google Tag Manager. So if you're running your own PPC campaigns, you can follow through conversion events based on that and optimize your PPC campaigns even through the embedded solution.
Yeah, and let me take a moment real quick just to point out that a lot of people get immediately turned off when they hear embed or iframe, an IDX into their website, because the iframing technology has been around for a very long time, but it's been done very poorly, right? It's kind of like the word integrations. Your integration is nuanced. There are depth integrations. Well, it's also the same way with iframes. And I've never seen another program out there that offers the in-depth embed tools that we offer. Building that Google Tag Manager integration really allows you to get all of the nitty-gritty detail that you probably were fearful of missing out by having an iframed version of an IDX into your product. So you're not actually going to be losing any of that functionality that allows you to finely tune your PPC conversion events. And it's, again, just we're blowing the doors off of what it looks like and setting a new standard to have a high quality embedded MLS iframed into your website.
Cool. So we will just sort of show you what this looks like. So this is DJ and Lindsay's website. They're one of the biggest teams in Florida. This is an Agent Fire website, sort of newly launched over the past 60 days here. So it's this beautiful branded website. And Ruuster is powering the search and the listings in all of it. So things like featured listings, where we're featuring their brokerage listings. This is a native Ruuster embed. Things like search by community, all of these different communities, popular searches, oceanfront homes, map searches, and even this search bar here. All of this is the Ruuster, powered by Ruuster, fully natively embedded, looking like a natural part of this website. If you click on a property, it opens up natively here. Big, beautiful gallery views. People can share the properties, request the tours, favorite the properties, and there's forced registration for different events throughout the page. And all of this routes, so this is their concierge account that goes into their main lead routing, for example. So they can choose, I'll show you in a second, but they can choose different agents. This lead, when it registers, can have a specific tag on it, so it can have lead routing rules. And it's really easy to set up as well. So it's this beautiful integration. The fonts, the colors all match and all look like a native part of the page here.
Yeah, a part to point out is you can't tell when it's their Agent Fire website and when it becomes the Ruuster search. The integration is such high quality that it bleeds together and gives your consumer a really incredible experience.
So that was DJ and Lindsay. This is Premier Group, which is one of the biggest real teams in the country. They have agents in all of these different states. We've integrated a portal-like experience on their own website that matches their own branding. Their main search bar here is a Ruuster search bar. So we can search, for example, across all the markets that they serve, and the listings pop up natively here, and people can click through the listings. Oh, this is an interesting one. You can click through the listings, everything that we were just sort of showing you, and it looks like a natural part of the experience. The navigation works seamlessly across. People can save searches. They can use all of the filters, very robust filtering, save properties, all the things you'd expect out of a website. In addition to that, they've built out all these specific agent pages. So every agent in their brokerage across the country has their own agent page. The agents share these pages where if someone clicks here and clicks, for example, to favorite the property, so this lead will go directly to John because it came off of John's page. This lead routing works beautifully. John can share this page without concern to all of his clients. He can share properties off of this page. He can text people links to this page. All of this works really, really well with the routing. Same thing with the location pages. So they have built location pages for every location, hundreds and hundreds of location pages for their markets across the country. And we are able to support that with these embedded listings here at every juncture. So you can click here, and this is a forced registration page, for example. So when someone is searching for the specific location, they can run PPC to the Tahoe City page. They have specific tags going through here. Google Tag Manager can be integrated here. And so all of the conversion events, all of the lead routing, everything can work exactly as you want it to in whatever CRM you're using. And then the third site, and then we can just sort of go into how this actually all works, is Jonathan Campbell. Jonathan Campbell created so he's a team in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. This is a totally independent custom site. And so he has here under the buy section of his website that the search bar that's just here embedded is featuring the other parts. So if people want to download his app and search on his app, or people can search on his website here, and he has the native embedded properties here. And so this is a fully custom website. It's not a Squarespace website. It's not a WordPress website. It's a fully custom website, and you can see it integrates in that same way. Cool.
Dude, so far so good. I was actually, when you're doing that, I'm going to the back end of mine and taking a look at stuff. Like, what do I need to change? Oh, this is good. I like this.
So now I'm just going to show you how easy it is to actually do this. And then we can sort of pause for questions. This is the crux of everything. It's this beautiful, very robust system that's super easy to use. So right in the back end of your Ruuster account, so you can share the integrations builder. You just copy this URL and you can send it to your web designer or web developer, and they can just do all this for you. There's no logging in required. You don't need to manage their access. You just give them this custom URL and they can manage it for you. We give you just step-by-step instructions how to install the embed thing into your website. And you can either set up a search page or a search bar. So pretty easy. So you pick the pages and the URLs here. You can decide whether property is open in a new tab, whether to hide the search bar, whether you want buttons, the opacity on your page, how many listings you want to show, if you want forced registration on, what tags you want to come through a specific embedded frame so that when people register, they can have a specific tag there. And then you just use the filters to set the search. And so if you want to search for 90210 and you want it to be 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom homes, so then you just click save, and then you just copy and paste this code into your website. So, and that's literally it. That's all you have to do, and you've created a fully embedded page on your website. So that's literally it in terms of setup. We're here to help. We help our clients set these things up. If you want a done for you solution, we can get to the back end of your website and have our team fully do this for you. You tell us the pages you want to create. If you want us to work with your web developer, we do that for free. Or we work with Agent Fire in particular. I've done dozens of websites with them and created these beautiful branded websites where the properties are fully there and have just a great relationship and a lot of praise for what they're doing and how they've worked with this to integrate the solution.
I love that, man. Thank
So
you.
again, the number of pages you can create is really only limited by your imagination. You can create neighborhood pages. You could create a single property page if you wanted. You could create, city areas, all of the above, right? Like in any way that you can segment, you could create a school district landing page as well. I know that's an incredibly effective pay-per-click strategy is marketing based off of school districts. So I recommend be as creative as you want. Don't get intimidated by it because as Brett just walked you through, it's as easy as setting up filters just like you would filter any other website. And then, of course, we're here to support your website provider can offer support as well. There's no technical reason why, right? You don't need to know how to code in order to prevent yourself from being wildly successful with this.
I agree. I wanted to show one thing on my end here because I've been fooling around with it on the back end. And the the time people have chatted with you when they're testing it out on the back end, I think is important, number one, because it's all within the app. We can take a look at all of our client activity, which will populate there. And the piece that wasn't really focused on a lot was this trusted vendors, man. I think this is really important. If I want to open this up and add people to it, right? We can't. We've only got Main Street on this, but I know you guys have clients that have added multiple vendors that like Matt Whitty, right? Matt Whitty up in was New Hampshire, Massachusetts. I forgot where he's at. He's added
He's a
multiple people
Celtics
here.
fan.
Yeah, Celtics. That's how you remember him. That's so funny.
So painful.
Uh, and you can add multiple ones here for your clients. And I think that that's important. And then the last piece that you guys really people saw it, but I think the thing that people don't realize is how fast this thing is. Like, did you see the load time on this thing? For me and my client searching, we want it to be super fast as the loadout for properties. And and the challenge is that most people they don't take that into consideration because things are just working, man. So for me, that's important. If I type in, let's type in Thousand Oaks. Oh, then it'll populate. But it looks like there was a bug there, dude. It bugged you because I just said you guys are super fast. See? I'm like, let me show
Well,
you how
yeah,
fast it is. Bug. Anyway. But trusted vendors, you guys use that. External links, any other links you guys have to lead up to whatever it is you're adding. And for me, client chat, client activity, safe searches. And the last piece that you didn't add, which I'm going to add, is the connection to follow-up boss because it's seamless with all the clients that I talk to. So just on our follow-up boss account, we've got 80,000 people. If we go into, let's say I talk to Aiden, I've got to just do that. But let's say I talk to Aiden, and you see on the top right, it says Ruuster. Well, it has a whole integration here that allows me to connect the client instantly to the app. I can invite them to the app from here and show them the property. So dude, that's what I love about this thing. How about you, Randy? What are you hearing are the number one things that people love?
the number one thing that people love is that the integration is two-way, it's seamless. It's the first time that you could ever be inside a FUB and share properties directly with clients. You can text the properties, you can send them through the app directly, but you can also email the properties as well. one of the big complaints that we heard was people would be moving from these other all-in-one platforms. And if anyone doesn't know what all-in-one means, ask in the chat and I'll explain it. But they'd be moving from these all-in-one platforms to the FUBs of the world, to FUB namely, really. And they'd be really frustrated, or the agents, the team leaders would make the decision, right? Which is how it always works. Team leader makes the decision to use the new tech, and then they have to drag the agents kicking and screaming over to use FUB, but now I've got to go to secondary platform A, B, or C in order to send properties or set my clients up on safe searches. This is a huge, huge sticking point for folks moving to FUB from the all-in-ones. We completely solved that and gave FUB the all-in-one feel. And we also now allow you to use one data source, right? This is something that isn't a problem for you until it is, and then you really care about it. But this is unifying data from your website, from your mobile experience, all of the above into one IDX provider. So it funnels into FUB, and you can use all of that data to trigger your automations, etc. So the unified data, the seamless experience, that all-in-one feel that we give FUB has really been a game changer for a lot of our clients.
I like that. And then Brian's got a question. Last question, will Ruuster seamlessly integrate with Compass CRM? We don't use FUB.
For our native integrations include FUB and Sierra. We have a very robust setup with Zapier. So we're happy to help you set up the required Zaps that you might need. But yeah, FUB and Sierra are our native integrations. It is
Perfect.
recorded.
And then I'll give you an example. We use Lofty and Follow Up Boss, right? And I know you guys don't integrate with Lofty, but as a brokerage, because you all know I just started Y Realty and the national, even though we're in California only, we're going to build out our whole site and use the Ruuster IDX for everything that we do. And only because dude, I have access to everything. And I've chosen to just use you guys because it is seamless and it works so well. And it's fast and it's on mobile. And I've seen the results of people raising their hand and saying, "Hey, I'm back. Thanks for making our site. Thanks for making your site easy to use." And I'm getting hand raisers. So thank you for that.
That's what we're here for. I would say, to your point about using us from the IDX perspective and using us all over the country, we have 2 clients currently who are north of 50 MLSs integrated into their platform. And you would never know that you're crossing over one MLS to another, right? We hear quite frequently that when they have other website providers with multiple IDXs, there's lots of frustration about duplications or clients have to identify which MLS they want to use, or one of them breaks and stops updating. I mean, there's a lot of complications that go into managing multiple IDXs. And we feel really confident that we've come the furthest among any company when it comes to managing a large group of MLSs that you're a member of. So it's probably more common than not for our clients to have more than one MLS integrated in our platform. And from a client experience, you would never know, right? We remove the duplicates. We allow you to search across MLS seamlessly without necessarily you even knowing it. And it's offered what ends up being the best possible client experience.
I love that. All right. Any other questions? We got Sam joined in late. Yes, you will receive a copy of the webinar. Everyone who registered for this will receive a copy. So we'll send this over to you. And if you've got questions, if you're not part of our Facebook community, jump in there as well. If you're part of Ruuster, we're always answering questions there. And then we do these sessions every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. We're trying to just keep you updated as to what's changing, what's next, and some feedback that we're getting for some clients. So thank you so much, Sam. And Randy, thanks for putting that link there. Anything else, Brett, Randy?
Reach out to us at ruuster.com, ruuster.com. That's Ruuster with 2 U's because using 2 O's would be too easy for you. So Ruuster, ruuster.com. We've got some pricing on the website. for you to review, but I want to point out that we do custom pricing based off of your specific situation. So based off of your team size, whether it's 1 or 100 or 1,000, and the number of MLSs you're a member of, we're going to give you a custom quote. So I can give you a number on this webinar, but it may not pertain to you at all. So go to ruuster.com, ruuster.com. I'll put it in the chat. Again, there's a pricing page, but reach out to us for a custom quote. And we're just grateful for your time and attention.
Yeah, me too. Brett, anything else?
That's it. Appreciate you.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thanks,
everyone.
guys. Appreciate everybody. Have an awesome day.